I've spoken briefly about the TIE Fighter Total Conversion project in a previous video, so instead of waffling further about it, here's 10 reasons why TFTC will improve TIE Fighter. Number 1. It's in a better engine. No matter how much I praise it, the collector's edition of TIE Fighter is long in the tooth graphically, and the original version from 1994 even more so. The 98 version of TIE Fighter is about as stable as a camel with 3 bad knees, and will often take the hump with you and crash to desktop. XWing Alliance is much more modern. Its hardware acceleration greatly superior, and its engine has received much more attention from the community than earlier iterations that TIE Fighter was forced to run on up until now. Number 2. It takes advantage of the XWing Alliance upgrade project. That attention from the community I talked about, it comes in the form of the XWAUP, one of the greatest community projects in gaming history. They've revamped the engine with dark wizardry, and I've no idea how they've made it look and feel so good. What I do know is that the total conversion of TIE Fighter is supported, and will take full advantage of this upgrade. Number 3. It incorporates GuyMod by default. I'm the creator of GuyMod, and Angel approached me with the possibility of including it in the release. I responded like a giddy schoolgirl, and that was that. The briefing audio will be much better sounding than either of the previous versions of TIE Fighter that had it, and the glorious performance of Guy Sinaire will kiss your ears throughout the original campaign.
The convoy is carrying newly developed starfighter technology that Admiral Zarin wishes to evaluate.
Number 4. It has the original campaign. Yup, while there's a lot of custom assets and it's running in a different engine, this is still TIE Fighter, and it will support the greatest space combat campaign in the history of gaming in its entirety, including both expansions by default.
Do as your commander orders, but remain alert for the unexpected. This mission puts you at unnecessary risk. We believe you may be in danger.
Number 5. It takes advantage of iMuse. The 98 version of TIE Fighter stripped out the beautiful iMuse soundtrack in favour of Red Book audio from the movie scored by John Williams. It was a terrible idea, and the team quickly rectified that by reintroducing dynamic music in Alliance. What this means is that the original score of TIE Fighter can be re-implemented into TFTC for an authentic experience. Number 6. TFVM isn't out yet. XWVM hasn't been released yet as of recording this video, and the team's efforts are solely focused on the original X-Wing game. Support for TIE Fighter has been discussed, but it won't be happening until after XWVM is complete. As a result, this means you'll have plenty of time to play TIE Fighter using TFTC, before the eventual release of TFVM at a later date, resulting in a best of both worlds scenario. No, not the episode, I meant the actual expression. Number 7. It has a reimagined campaign. Having ported the original campaign already, Angel took it upon himself to start writing and mapping out a reimagined campaign to take advantage of the uncapped craft limit and graphical enhancements of the newer Alliance engine. The result is a spectacular homage that stays true to the original while improving outdated elements and amalgamating missions in a truly glorious fashion. Number 8. Modding potential. TIE Fighter had many maps made for it courtesy of a group known as the Emperor's Hammer, and much like TFVM, TFTC provides an opportunity for future campaigns and potential fan expansions. We may finally get to see what happens to the glorious Empire after the Rebels take out the second Death Star. Number 9. The original score has been completely re-recorded. If you check out Angel's channel via the link in the description of this video, you'll spot that a bombastic orchestra is blaring out the original tunes, fighting for space amidst the explosions, weapon fire and radio transmissions that surround it. That's because the original MIDI score has been re-recorded to sound like this. Not bad, right? Well, it leads to my final point. Number 10, I'm in it. Who better to help recreate TIE Fighter than a YouTuber who is constantly talking about TIE Fighter? I joined the TFTC team in October after realizing they needed assistance with their audio production. In addition to cleaning up the original assets, I recorded the aforementioned soundtracks and have been providing my services to make the new audio recordings sound as authentic as possible. And if you listen very carefully, you might even hear the odd radio transmission from yours truly.
This is it! I've got the starship firing at me.
2020 may have been a dismal year, but it's an exciting time to be a fan of LucasArts Space Sims. TFTC is the tip of the iceberg, so set your engines to full and come join the Empire.